Welcome to the Explainer. So today, we're cracking a mystery that honestly, almost anyone with a solar or battery backup setup has probably run into at some point. Have you ever wondered why tiny devices, things that barely use any power at all, seem to completely devastate off-grid battery runtimes? It's so easy to assume small AC adapters just don't matter much in a larger setup. But looking at the data, it turns out that assumption is fundamentally flawed, and there is a massive hidden drain on your battery bank.
Okay, here's our game plan for today. We're going to cover the small load myth, map out the hidden conversion chain, break down the true cost formula, and finally look at the real-world battery impact. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The small load myth.
All right, picture this setup because it is incredibly common. You've got this massive, fully charged battery bank. You plug in a tiny 5-watt internet router. Or maybe it's just a simple phone charger or a CCTV camera adapter. It's literally just 5 watts. So you go to sleep thinking, hey, my system won't even notice this is here. But then you wake up and that massive battery is completely mysteriously drained. So what gives? The nameplate on your adapter clearly says it's barely sipping power, so the math just kind of feels completely wrong, right?
Well, this right here hits the nail on the head. There's a massive disconnect between what we expect and what's actually happening. When you look at that little adapter, you're thinking, I'm just powering a 5-watt router. But the problem isn't the device itself. What you're actually powering is the router, plus the inverter's idle consumption, plus multiple conversion losses all along the way. You're not just feeding a tiny device, you are literally forcing a giant industrial machine, your inverter, to run continuously in the background just to keep that tiny little load alive.
Moving on to Section 2, the hidden conversion chain.
You know, every single time you convert electrical energy, you lose a little bit of it to the laws of physics. Let's trace the actual journey here. The energy starts as DC power in your battery, then your inverter changes it to AC, and then your adapter converts it right back into DC. It's kind of like a series of toll booths on a highway. The energy is forced to pay a fee every single time it changes form, and just like real toll booths, it is frustratingly inefficient. By the time the power actually makes it to your device, a pretty significant chunk has already been lost as heat, just to pay those conversion tolls.
Now, looking at this energy breakdown for low loads, the reality is honestly kind of shocking. If you thought your device was the main drain, well, just look at that tiny sliver. That is the actual device power. That medium slice, those are the conversion toll booths we were just talking about. But that absolutely massive slice, that is the inverter's idle consumption. At very low loads, just keeping the inverter powered on takes a huge amount of baseline energy. It makes the actual device power practically negligible compared to that massive standby draw.
Section 3. The true cost formula.
So let's actually put some numbers to this and calculate our total DC battery power draw, what we'll call P total. You see, we can't just look at the load itself. We have to take our AC load divided by the inverter's efficiency, and then, and this is the real kicker here, we absolutely must add P underscore idle. P idle is the inverter's standby consumption. Think of it as the hidden villain of off-grid systems. The inverter literally never sleeps. It doesn't scale down its baseline power usage just because your device is tiny. Even when your stuff is resting or drawing maybe a single watt, that P idle is constantly siphoning energy from your battery, hour after hour after hour. Let's compare a couple of scenarios to really cement this. Say you're running a high-load device, like a microwave. The inverter's idle consumption is constant, sure. But compared to the massive amount of power that microwave is pulling, the idle draw is a very low percentage of the total energy, so it's actually highly efficient. But now look at what happens with a low-load device, like our router. The inverter idle stays exactly the same, but because the actual load is so tiny, that constant idle consumption suddenly explodes into a massive percentage of your total energy use. Your relative overhead cost just skyrockets.
And that brings us to Section 4, real-world battery impact.
Ignoring this conversion chain creates 3 massive headaches out in the real world. First, because we're stacking the device load, the conversion losses, and that idle consumption all together, your battery drains way faster than the device rating suggests. Second, your system efficiency drops incredibly sharply. You're practically running the whole system just to power the system itself. And third, standby consumption completely dominates your total energy use. If you're relying on 24/7 power for things like night surveillance or internet routers, this hidden drain is absolutely devastating to your runtimes.
But hey, this isn't just about losing power. There are actual safety gaps here too. A small load definitely does not mean a safe load. Faster battery drain means you risk deeper discharges, which can permanently damage really expensive battery banks over time. Plus, if you're using a cheaper inverter, one that produces a sort of choppy, modified sine wave, those little switch mode adapters really struggle to process that kind of power. They end up running incredibly inefficiently, which creates a disproportionate amount of heat buildup. If you've got this set up in an enclosed space, those overheating little adapters can suddenly become a very serious thermal hazard. No joke.
So to wrap this explainer up, our source material leaves us with this really critical insight. Efficiency is not about how small a device is, it is about how many conversion layers it passes through. That completely changes the game, right? Designing for small 24/7 loads means you aren't really designing for peak efficiency. You're essentially just trying to survive the idle drain. So I want you to take a look at your own setup today. Calculate your true overhead. Ask yourself, just how much of your hard-earned power are you burning right now, simply because your massive inverter refuses to go to sleep?